and welcome to your number one rugby podcast. Okay, guys, this is Behind the Ruck. I'm Rudy Page, and next to me, as always, I'm never alone.
Juan de Jong in the building. Hey, partner, you good?
Good, fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm fantastic too.
It's the best time of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Christmas is good, eh?
Christmas was good. The trifles was good. I don't eat trifle, but it was lekker, apparently.
Family time. That's important, eh?
And quickly, guys, before we start this episode, I know you guys are busy. I just want to mention our family, guys that are keeping the lights on with us. So our main partner, Lulabet, at the top there by Juan, as always. Lulabet, go check out their website, check out what they're busy with. And then none other than the guys that looking after this faces, making sure that hopefully we can stay until 200 episodes, as my partner always say.
And the wife is like,
exactly. So a partner that is in the Behind the Ruck team, as always, Rooibos Men's Skincare. Go look after their stuff. Fantastic products and really good people looking after Behind the Ruck.
100%. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Buddy,
another episode X.
Yes.
We're back with the episode X.
Okay.
And we've got an important guest on. Not from here, because the Ruckers, we like to keep them informed. We spoke about, we played in Super Rugby, and it's the URC, Japan, when you played in the Japan League. I play the French League, the English League. But there's another league overseas in America that's growing slowly and fastly. And our guest is obviously from Cape Town, but he's playing there now and he's coaching there now. We're going to catch up with him. Okay. The one, the only, Kurt Coleman. Today, Kurt Coleman in the house. Yes, old teammate, fantastic guy, fantastic rugby player. He's obviously currently at the Rugby ATL in America, coaching there as well. And guy that's playing for the Stormers for Western Province. Stormers about 42 times, 50 times for Western Province. It's a fantastic career. Yeah.
And as always, guys, you think I know me proudly. He's a proudly Garden Route boy.
Garden Route, nice boy.
Okay, so fantastic. And I think that is always what we want to create with the show, Ruckers. We want to tap into and make sure that we connect with the guys we played with to see what they're doing. What is life after rugby like?
And they've been asking us as well for what's going on there. How does it work? How many months? How many days?
I also want to know.
South Africans. How does it work? Huh?
I only see America in the movies.
Yes.
So I want to ask him what it is like. What's happening
let's find
there.
out if he met Drake or Denzel Washington. Those type of things.
So on today's episode, Kurt Coleman. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's get to him, eh? Up next, Kurt Coleman. Oh, say, can you see life in direct, partner? We got the Kurt Coleman in the building.
I almost thought you were Bruno there.
No. American in the States it is.
Yes.
Kurt Coleman.
Kurtie.
Thanks for having me,
welcome
guys.
to the show, to Behind the Ruck, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, how you doing?
Very well. Very well, yeah.
Good to be back home with the family and stuff?
Good to be back home. It's been a good time. Very chilled, very relaxed. Enjoying my off time. So, yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, yes.
Lekker.
It's important that you
When
enjoy
last
it.
have you had a holiday? You've taken coaching gigs and
no, I've been working.
2 weeks holiday, then you're into another job.
Super hard. I've been working super hard, eh? There's that time, yeah. Hey,
Okay.
So mama's a Christmas tertjie, triflekie. You enjoyed it?
Baie nice. Ek het mos nie trifle nie, but it's all good. It's all
we
good.
gotta check the skin folds a little bit,
Yeah, I know. So, I'm obviously done playing now. So, the skin folds pack up quickly. Put on probably about 5Ks now in the last 6 months.
Nothing wrong with that, Kurt. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's a happy man.
Huh?
Happy.
Yeah.
What?
Happy wife, happy life, happy food, happy lekker in die maggie. That's what they say.
No, happy wife. Happy wife? No.
We'll get there. We'll get there, meneer. We'll get there. Kurtie, obviously South Africans recently retired. Talk us a little bit about that decision, why you retired.
Ek is oud. My body's feeling it.
He's younger than us.
Yes, but the body's feeling it, man. So I went, played overseas for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been really good for my life, for my career. But yeah, you just get to that point you can't get through trainings anymore, and the knees here and all that other stuff. So decided to hang up the boots. Very happy with my decision. The biggest thing that I wanted was to go out on my terms,
Yeah.
Not being injured and then forced into retirement and all that stuff. So I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, happy retired. That's a good thing to hear.
Yeah. He's been, how long is it now? A couple of months?
6 months retired now.
6 months, 1 year,
Yeah.
a couple of weeks. Huh? I'm fresh.
2 weeks.
Fresh into it, yeah.
And Kurtie, obviously then since retiring, what is the plan? Obviously, I know it's coaching, but what is your plan after retirement for you?
Yes, I'm going to be in the coaching world.
Yes.
So going to go into that into the new year. Obviously in America, starting there on the 15th. Excited. You know, it's something that you can give back to the game. Obviously, the game's growing in America, and the World Cup's there in 2031. So it's something to work towards. You know, so it's always been a goal of mine, and you kind of feel appreciated that side a little bit more. I don't know about you guys. You guys are Springboks, but just giving back to the game and seeing the guys actually grow is actually really, really nice for me.
And obviously, it's Curtis, all the players that has been on the show always talk about appreciation outside of South Africa and how happy they are and how more relaxed they play and the environment that is created outside of Africa is much more accommodating and much more relaxed. And then looking at American rugby, I think a lot of the viewers and the ruckers, it's foreign. Our partner, we hear rumors and
What's
we hear
going on,
but
them.
what does American rugby look like? What does the structure of the MLR? Is that right?
Major League Rugby, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
ABC, NBA. Okay.
What does the MLR look like in American rugby? The whole Tutti, what does that look like?
Yeah. So the league's that started 5 years ago, so it's still very fresh. But they've been playing rugby there since the 1980s. So the game has been there, but it's only been professionalized for the last 5 years. When I got there in 2020, I'd say it was probably about a little bit higher than Vodi's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Super Rugby Challenge.
Yeah.
But every year it's picked up. So last year was probably about a decent Currie Cup game, which is nice. You get to play and you get time on the ball. It's not like Super Rugby where everything's like this, you know. But it's been, the growth of the game is so quick, and everyone's starting to like pick up. Okay, there's rugby in the country now, which is great. Like the football players are now saying, okay, they are rugby players, and they can kind of make that comparison between the two sports, which is awesome.
I actually watched, I actually watched I'm a massive NFL guy. Love it.
Yeah.
So I watched the Travis, Kelsey and
so good.
Jason.
Oh, yeah. We spoke about that.
The podcast, and they actually, on the show, they had the discussion about
toughness of rugby.
Toughness
and
of rugby players
the
and all of
difference
that.
between it.
So they obviously, now that you mention it, now everybody, that must be really exciting.
Yeah, so there's actually a league that's playing in the NFL. And he kind of, and with Jason actually, was like, yeah, this is the difference between rugby and football. It's like, they obviously say that we are harder because there's no pads and it's so much brutal and cuts and all this stuff. So they're really interested and intrigued into the game. So it's going to be good for the next, 8 years, I say.
Yeah, 8 years for the next World Cup. Huh?
Yeah.
Are we going?
Yes.
Have you been to America?
No, I have not.
I have not.
I've watched every movie. I've sang the national anthem with Jackie Robinson.
That's what we do.
I'm saying the movie. The movie. Sorry, guys, the movie. But I've not been, partner. Have you been?
No, I haven't been. I had a chance in 2008 with the Sevens. Yes. So I was supposed to go New Zealand and then San Diego.
Yes.
But then someone got injured 2008 in the storm, so Rasmus called me back. So I missed San Diego. But we're going 2031. First Australia, 2027.
Yes. Speak it into existence, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, Kurt, you're speaking about the growth, okay? Obviously, we've seen the Sevens, the American Sevens, they're looking in fantastic form, you know. How do they look going into the 2027 Rugby World Cup and their own World Cup in 31? And also, how is the support in America? Is there a lot of support at the stadiums? Is it more? Obviously, the NFL has got the biggest support base and the biggest sport. How does the support in rugby and the love feel for rugby? That's it.
It's growing. It's growing. It depends on what state you're in. Obviously, on the West Coast, it's a little bit bigger than on the East Coast. But New York, Boston, big supporters base, very rowdy. NOLA, which is also in the middle of the country there in the south. Very rowdy crowd, which I love.
Rowdy. Rodeo.
But sometimes it's also you only get about 1,000 people to a game. But those are loyal fans as well, which is what you want, obviously.
And the rugby season, it's only 6 months. You get only paid for 6 months.
You only get paid, well, it depends who you are.
Player coach in sumo. Ons wil net die paid praat hier baie. So it's 6 months. So when you still played, what did you do for the rest of the 6 months, and how does it work? Is it because a lot of people think overseas is financials sorted, But how does it work in terms of, is it growing?
Yeah, so it's similar to tobacco, or over here it's like there's brackets of tier players. So obviously if you're a top tier player, you get over the top of the bracket. And we do have a salary cap. So the reason for that is they try and push the American players, obviously. And we obviously only allow 10 internationals in the game day team. So obviously depending on who you are and your caliber.
Kurt Coleman and the
boys. So we had actually Bastero in the league, Kito in the league.
Yeah.
Some couple of big names, and those guys got.
Okay,
And
how many games is it?
16 games in a season.
16 games in a season. Only
That's
16?
a lot. That's a lot.
So you can play till 40. If you play
That's a full Super Rugby season.
Full Super Rugby season. Maar kijk, hij per Daiko.
Is it?
No, so it's training Tuesday, Thursday is contact.
Contact.
That's why I retired.
So you got no my players, you know?
No my players. No, you got
the
self-management. You have a good relation with the coach. It's like, boykie, niet vandaag.
Yeah.
Curtin, and obviously talking about the games, I've obviously picked up you guys play a lot of for them on the artificial grass. Myself with the wheel alignment. That was the end of my career. What is it like playing so many games on those artificial pitches?
The game's fine. It's the training that gets you on the artificial pitches. So it's a lot quicker, obviously, because there's no traction on the field, and when you step, you can go pretty quickly. But it's the repetitive training in the knees, and then your groin goes in the back. So it's like it's all the joints get a lot more stress and tension. But I mean, if you're young, you're good. It's really nice to play on it.
Yeah.
But for an old timer like us, I'd say nah. It's not the way to go.
So 14 games in that conditions is similar to lekker conditions in 32 games like us. You're a Thomas. Is it?
Ja, je val lekker sag op die gras.
Yes. En mannen wat die van contact hou nie, hulle is uitgesoek.
Okay. And now, Kurt, obviously fantastic career. Coaching. Quickly the step into the coaching. Why coaching? Why coaching in America? What is the thinking behind everything?
So I got injured in 2018. I broke my leg and I got a whole new perspective on the game. I had some time to do my coaching levels, coached some high school, and I coached Milderton under 14s, and then that's where the love started, you know. And then we went to America. The initial plan was just to play, and then obviously worked with the coaches, was planning and all those other stuff. So that's when the penny dropped, you know. You got players coming up to you asking for advice, coaches coming up to you asking for advice, and giving back value to them. That was really rewarding for me. And then again, just giving back to the game.
Yeah.
I've played for 14 years professionally. Most of it with Johan, so it's
unlucky.
Ek het hom famous gemaak.
Unlucky.
But it's been great, and I can't wait to start.
And coaching, what team are you going to coach for it now? Or is that a secret?
The deal is not done.
I apologize. Sorry,
it will be a team in the MR. Let me put it that way.
I apologize.
Yes.
Yeah, jump back with the gun.
So Kurtie, South Africa, a lot of South Africans over that side.
Yes.
You got a couple in your team, and
yes, we had 8 this year in our team. The first year we had 10. So elke tweede dag gebraai was great.
So it feels back home.
It feels like it's not that big of an adjustment. Obviously, it's English, which is fine. I was in Atlanta, big South African population.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it was awesome. So felt very welcomed in Atlanta. But yeah, now going to a new state, and we'll see how many Saffers there are.
So, and it's coaches that's everywhere. And the other teams, it's also like 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
Heineken is ook nog daar, hè?
Heineken is making a new Bulls team in
Houston.
Yes,
Okay.
in Houston, yeah.
Tel eigenlijk, Heineken, send hem een e-mail, Rudy is klaar. Hij kan niet oorgaan, hij is klaar.
Stay in your lane. Kerta, then obviously coaching now, right? And then we got to look back. Because we always got to appreciate what we achieved. Looking back on a fantastic career, right? Obviously, the injuries was that. I want to talk about the good part.
Yes.
What was the most enjoyable part of your playing career?
The times off the field. You know, the banter with the players, the camaraderie. Like, that's the thing that I'm probably going to miss the most. The training, not so much. You know, preseason wasn't my friend. The games you'll remember now and then, but it's the friendships you build. It's the connections you make. It's those type of things, you know. Simple thing like I actually thought about it yesterday when I was lying in bed. We had a game against the Chiefs, and Juan was at 13, and Sunny Ball was at 12. My first big game, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. And I looked at Juan. It was a left-hand scrum. He just said, "Boykie, the bear's in your boat." So moments like that you'll never forget, you know. And like I said, it's just the friendships that you build over the years.
Yeah, that's a crucial position. The bear in your boat. You got to handle the bear in your boat.
Explain.
I've got to... there's someone come to my channel.
So basically, you told him, yes, up your ears.
Yeah, Kurt, quickly as well. Stormers times. You spoke about, you know, what you've learned and you've played with. You've also, when you're at the Stormers, you've played with incredible flyers, you know, like Pieter Grant, Willem de Waal, Dimitri Katrikiles, all these boys. And you've also learned from a classic coach like Floxel, that's with France at the moment. And, you know, you're playing, you can take from your playing career and you can take for your coaching what you learned from him. What have you learned, especially when it comes to kicking, fly, you know, game management and stuff like that?
Yeah, so Flocky was a big part of my resurrection as a kicker. There was a stage where I went through a tough time, you know, but Flocky just made me realize that if you think about it too much, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
It's like golf. If you force it, gaan nie werkie.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just learned to kick with my body, you know, and trust my timing, all about flow. And then just the game management, that's where, you know, guys like Peter Grant, Demi came in, and just learning from like John de Villiers, yourself, guys that actually tell you where the space is and not taking everything on yourself, and realizing it's a team effort, you know. So that's where I'd probably say from 23 to 26, 27, the biggest learning curve came. But yeah, it's been great, man. And then obviously seeing a guy like Gaza come through has been amazing.
Yeah. He was still
he was still a little bit like the preseason with us. So it's been a phenomenal ride.
Now I can imagine. And also when you look at kicking and that pressure of being in that perfect Tom Brady type of position, you've obviously watched the World Cup, South Africa. The importance of, you know, Andre Pollard, how he just, you know, how calm he is, especially in that moment of pressure. What goes through your mind? What is the pressure like, and what is the training like leading up to that big moments?
Yeah, it's all about process. The bigger the moment, the more you got to focus on your process. You know, like if you start thinking about the crowd and the wind and the grass and all this other stuff, you're going to be distracted. So as soon as you put that ball on the tee, go into your bubble, go through your process. If your process is right, so Flocky always told me, if your process is right, the result will be great.
Yes. You always told me, kop af.
Nee, elke kop op is it?
Beep, let's not go there. Yeah, so you're going back to USA soon. And hulle het nog goedjies Thanksgiving en so. Ja, explain.
Ek ken nie.
Hy eet nog steeds die hoender.
Hy eet turkey nie.
As die turkey. Nee, so the first time I got there, 2020, obviously our whole team was, okay, Thanksgiving, let's go.
Yeah.
Massive turkey. I got to carve the turkey. It's really nice. It's obviously just a time of giving thanks, and I guess, you know.
It's a second Christmas.
A second Christmas. For us, it's Christmas, and then for them, it's Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Kurt, in America, Kurt Coleman, funny Neisna, loving in America.
Neisna,
What has been the weirdest experiences and the stuff that obviously when I watch the movies, I'm like, yeah, I want to go there. Like lekker. Who is America? In plain, simple English, what is America like? Living there, not playing rugby, just being a nice boykie
Seeing
in
Kim
America.
Kardashian and Jamie Foxx, they meet.
It's weird.
Huh?
Every state, so there's 50 states. Every state is a different country.
Soos 50 rand.
Yeah, so if you go to Atlanta, then you get like your Atlanta vibe, like hip hop and like that type of vibe. Then you go to the West Coast, LA, it's very laid back, everyone's chilling, and it's obviously Hollywood, like all that stuff. So then you go up to New York, it's like Joburg, it's like fast paced, all about business. You go down south, it's so chilled, everyone's like very friendly, y'all, and like all that type of stuff. So every state that you go to is so different, you know, and that's just a nice thing about, I guess, playing in America. You go to a new state, you get to explore. You're like, oh, yes, so
it's in it,
so it's really been an eye opener. You know, everything works in America, which is great. But home is home. You know, I've been at home now for 2 months. It's been absolutely fantastic.
So batterij is gecharged.
Ja,
Batterijen is
fully
gecharged.
charged, ja.
Fully
Beautiful.
charged die hele tijd.
Okay.
And 50 states, but everyone talks about the one state. Vegas!
Ek wil amper sê pad aan bloem.
Vegas, have you been? The city that never sleeps.
The
Did you sleep?
Sun City.
What
City,
happens
look at
what
that
happens
smile.
Stays in Vegas.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
cannot
What is the smile?
disclose that information. Yeah, no, Vegas was amazing. You know, the Bellagio, the stuff you see on the movies is just like that in real
Yeah.
life.
2031. Gaan ons wifey
Ons
sê?
kan nie.
Ook as kan
Ek kan nie Vegas toe nie. Sorry mama, ek kan nie
Mama.
Vegas toe nie.
Mama, okay, ek
So jy kan hy trip approve. Future. Does Kurt Coleman see his long-term future in America?
As of right now, yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's the plan, but I also don't want to think too far ahead. You know, I want to take it, I guess, year by year, day by day, enjoy the process of coaching and not think about the bigger things that might come in the future, because that's how I feel when you get lost. So yeah, I'm just going to take it day by day, year by year, and see how we go.
You got to focus on that, yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, partner, sorry, I'm just gonna.
I like
Lastly, if there's kids watching out there, right, our show, and they're thinking, just should I go to American rugby? Should I take that leap of faith? Maybe going to a university that I can play the rugby. What would you say to that kids? Is it a viable option for them to come and play the rugby in America instead of the typical normal one going to Europe and playing there?
I think it all depends on what you want from your rugby. You know, if you want to stay in the country, you want to become a Springbok, I'd say stay here and graft it out, study here. If you want to go for the big bucks, there's obviously Japan and France. If you want life experience, definitely come to America. You know, but I'd say give it a shot here first.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to
Become
make
a
it,
Bok,
become
you know,
a Bok, make your
Stormers
name.
or
You know,
URC.
whatever your aspirations are, make it in South Africa, make it abroad, and then come to America and come, I guess, not finish off, but enjoy your last few years of rugby. I'd say.
Yeah. You got to enjoy it, yeah. And life experiences for you. Is there, where's Kurt at the moment? He's got someone that side, eh?
No.
He's been away for too long.
Yeah, 4 years. 4 years. I've been there and nog steeds nothing.
Partner?
Nothing. Hulle is dieselfde nie, man.
Huh? Kyk net, dit is so boer soek 'n vrou. Of Love Island. Love Island, boer soek 'n vrou.
You can actually work on Love Island.
Love Island would be a good show. I
Ek
think,
en mama's favorite show, Love Island.
Hey,
I
yeah.
can see you. Love Island, great touch. Geef vir liefde.
Ja.
Excellent.
MPF was...
Give me 6 months. Give me 6 months.
Yo, Kurt, yes, hey. That is fantastic to hear how things are with you. How's things in America? Obviously, you made the change. You said bye to Cyril Ramaphosa and now to Biden, eh?
Biden slap.
Biden
Uncle
slap.
Biden slap op September.
Yeah, so...
I can't say too much on that.
Yeah. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Thank you very much for coming to Behind the Rack. You know, giving some time. I know it's family time when you come down to South Africa, but to come here to share your knowledge, to share experiences for our rackers. You know, we're trying to educate, inform our rackers as well. What's happening that side? What's happening everywhere around the world? So thank you very much for making the time, Kurtie.
Ja, thanks man. En is lekker. I think party is lekker to check in.
Ons moet altijd check in.
You have to check in.
Throwback Thursdays.
Yes, it's important. That's lekker om in te checken. And all the best. Enjoy your holiday, what you got left of it. And may the coaching, the new journey be even better than the playing days.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it, man. It's been great. Ik kijk van ver af.
Lekker. As een rakker in Amerika.
Yeah. That's good, Coleman.
Wow, Rakkers, that was fantastic. I love the fact that we can tap into anywhere in the world and bring you the knowledge of whatever in the rugby leagues, especially old players tapping in. Guys, as always, our show is brought to you by Lulabet, our partner in crime, and then also brought to you by Rooibos Men Skincare.
Partner, it's that time. Huh?
What's
all
going on
good
here?
things, like we always say, all good things come to an end. Ek is in holiday vibe now.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in Hollywood. I've spoken to Kurt. I'm in Hollywood. I want to go to Vegas because 2024, here we go.
Yay!
It's almost that time, eh?
Hey, buddy.
Last episode before 2024, eh?
Yes.
Excited for the new year. Are you ready?
I'm ready, boyki. I'm ready.
Let's celebrate
Born
it.
ready.
To all our rackers out there, enjoy the festive time.
Yes.
Enjoy and set your goals. Get ready for 2024. It's that time. Let's celebrate.
And be safe.
Be safe, yes.
Be safe.
Be safe out
Okay.
there. As we come to an end. Hey, let's pop one
Okay.
fast. Put on the lights. Let's have one.
We got some Christmas lights, guys. We're celebrating festive and behind the rack also.
24.
Let's go.
Little one, partner. Ah.
I don't know. What are you doing?
Little
Thank
one,
you,
guys.
Boyki.
Small one to you.
There we go.
There
That's
we
enough.
go.
That's enough.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Ruckus, let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy it.
Cheers, guys. This is to
Cheers,
you.
guys. Cheers, guys. Have a good new year.
See you next week.
2024. I'm Juan de Jong.
I'm Rudy Page, and the rack is clear.